in reference to the Ark of the Covenant. So in parallel with what we've been talking about, we need to do a study on the 12 tribes of Israel. So we're going to be talking about two things, because if you don't understand the 12 tribes of Israel, you won't understand the Ark of the Covenant. So one of your homework assignments this week is to look in Genesis, and even though you children will not be here next week, that's fine. You can email me. Y'all got email. Amen.
I don't have a school.
That's all right. Facebook message me. Whatever. We'll get on it today. Send me a letter in the mail. I'll give you a stamp now. How you doing? So we are going to Genesis chapter 49 is where you will find the 12 tribes of Israel. Genesis chapter 49. So by next week, I want to know what the 12 tribes of Israel are, and I want to know who their father was. Yes, homework. Right? What are the 12 tribes and who's their daddy? Right? So what's homework? What's homework number one? No. Come with a Bible verse. Right? And if you're not going to be here, you can just text me a Bible verse on Saturday morning. Number two, you're going to find, what's your second homework assignment? Right. Find the 12 tribes of Israel. I gave you where to find them. Genesis 49. And it'll also tell you who their father was. Right? So for some of you, you could probably do that earlier this week. Right? And if you know it already, great. All right. So we had homework last week. Right?
Yes.
It was a very easy homework assignment. And everybody was to find me a scripture that shows what happens when the Ark of the Covenant is present. Who found one? Oh, get out of here. Come on. What you got? We'll go together. What you got, Imam? Hey, Camille. Y'all didn't write it down?
I did, but I forgot. I got Revelation,
Okay, she said Revelation. She went to the book of the prophecy. Let's see what you got. Revelations 11 and 9. 19. Go ahead. Okay. Read it.
This is a different version, so
That's fine. Well, I can, in King James it says, and the temple of God was opened in heaven, and there was seen in his temple the ark of his testament, and there were lightnings and voices and thunderings and an earthquake and great hail. Right? What you got?
It says, and it shall come to pass as soon as the soles of the feet of the beasts that bear the ark of the Lord of all the earth shall rest in the waters of Jordan, that the waters of Jordan shall be cut off from the waters that come down from above, and they shall stand up and down in the heat. And it came to pass when the people moved their tents to pass over Jordan, the priests bearing the ark of the covenant before the people, as they that bear the ark toward the sun will come into Jordan, and the feet of the priests that bear the ark will make it to the rim of the water, for Jordan is overflowing all his banks all the time of harvest, that the waters which came down from above stood and rolled on the pond and grew very far from the city of Adam. This that is beside Zaretan.
And what scripture are you in again? Joshua 3:13 through 16. I want y'all to remember these scriptures. And I have one in 1 Samuel chapter 4, verses 21 let's start at verse 17. And it says, and the messenger answered and said, Israel is fled before the Philistines, and there has been a great slaughter among the people. And thy 2 sons, Hophni and Phinehas, are dead, and the ark of God is taken. And it came to pass, when he made mention of the ark of God, that he fell from off his seat backward by the side of the gate, and his neck brake, and he died, for he was an old man and heavy, and he had judged Israel 40 years. Now jump down to verse 21. And she named the child Ichabod, saying, the glory of the Lord, the glory is departed from Israel, because the ark of God was taken, and because of her father-in-law and husband. And she said, the glory is departed from Israel, for the ark of God is taken. 1 Samuel chapter 4. You just read that whole chapter. It talks about how the Philistines beat up Israel and took the ark. Right? Anybody else? Go ahead.
Exodus 25 and 22. I was trying to find that other one. And there I will meet thee, and I will commune with thee from above the mercy seat, from between the 2 cherubims which are upon the ark of the testimony, of all things which I will give thee in commandment unto the children of Israel. 25, 22.
All right. And also go to 1 Samuel chapter 5. Remember, we're looking at this because we want to talk about what effect that the ark had when it was in certain places, right?
I know one, but I just don't remember the scripture.
About what?
About what effect it had.
Okay.
When men of, I forgot what tribe they were from, took and looked into the Ark of the Covenant, and they was taking it somewhere, and the Lord killed like 70,000, 70.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I remember that part.
I can't remember that.
But there's another one that's very important. The same book, 1 Samuel chapter 5. Remember we just read how the Philistines stole the ark? And verse chapter 5, verse actually around the whole chapter, but verse 6 says, but the hand of the Lord was heavy upon them of Ashdod, and he destroyed them and smote them with emerods. You know what emerods are?
Hemorrhoids.
Hemorrhoids, right? And even Ashdod and the coast thereof. See, they stole God's property, right? They sent messengers and gathered, this is verse 8, all the lords of the Philistines, and said, what shall we do with the ark of God of Israel? And they answered, let the ark of God of Israel be carried about unto Gath. And they carried the ark of God, of the God of Israel, about thither. And it was so that after they had carried it about, that the hand of the Lord was against the city with a great destruction. He smote the men of the city, both small and great, and they had emerods in their secret parts. Therefore they sent the ark of God to Ekron. And it came to pass, as the ark of God came to Ekron, the Ekronites cried out and said, they have brought the ark of God of Israel to us to slay us and our people. So they sent and gathered together all the lords of the Philistines and said, send away the ark of the God of Israel, and let it go again to its own place, that it slay us not and our people, for there was deadly destruction throughout the city, and the hand of God was heavy there. Right? So when it was in the wrong place, there was destruction and death. Right? And then there are scriptures, so I don't want you to think it's all bad. There are, Camille read one in Joshua 3, but there are scriptures where when the ark was present, that the people prospered. Right? It's when it was in the right place. You know what I'm saying? Now there were very commands, only certain people could touch the ark. If you did, there was one guy who they were carrying the ark, and he thought the ark was going to fall, and he reached out to grab it. He died. Because he was very sacred. And one of the things that the Ark of the Covenant teaches us is that when it comes to the things of God, certain things are sacred. It should not just be, things that you think about. So you think about the church, the temple, right? We call it church, but back then it was a temple. Everything in the temple was sacred, right? From the cups to the plates to all of those things. For our day will be the ground you walking on, the chairs you sitting in, the tables you sitting at, all those things, the instruments, everything sacred, right? But we as a people have lost reverence for the sacredness of the things of God. But as we learn about the ark, you can pull up a chair right on that end. But as we learn about the Ark of the Covenant, or that end if you want, because it can't right there. If you want, depends on where you want to sit. One of the reasons why I want to teach this lesson is because we as a people need to go back to reverencing the things of God, right? Can you all agree that we have lost reverence for the house of God and His things?
Amen.
I know we have, right?
I know we have.
All you got to do is look around the church when people come in here. They don't. When we were younger, we didn't talk in the church. Get out of here! You would get in trouble.
Amen.
Right? Chewing gum, eating, drinking all that stuff. It wasn't just a rule just to keep the church clean. It was a moment of reverence, right? And so we have to think about, as we study the Ark, how have I lost reverence for the things of God? Hey, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, nice and even today. I got something for y'all. For those of you who were here before. So I'm going to let Ronika, Cliff, Mike, I'm going to have to put Camille over there, because she was here last week. Y'all can go over there. I got something for y'all. I want y'all to work together. Everybody's going to need it, but I want y'all to work together and come get the answers from last week so we can travel into this week. I wasn't expecting no clear question. Right? And then the rest of y'all work together to get the answers to this week. To last week. All right, so all these answers should be in your notes. All y'all over here, the rest of y'all over here. Y'all can work together, you can look at your answers. Right? So Isaiah, you work with them. So y'all can gather around the table, however you want to do it. My who? Oh no, I just have my phone. Right?